Hey guys, Comrade Matt here, and welcome back to the Blue Dawn Donbass Crisis mod. Today, I'm showing you the vehicles of the mod. This one will be, well, I guess, both Ukrainian and the Russian puppet state of Novorossiya use the same equipment, so I guess it won't make sense to make a second one. So this will just be the only showcase video, but anyway. Here we go. We'll start with the artillery, or the heavy artillery, I guess. This is the 2S1 Govdika, Govzitka, Zidika. Well, it's a heavy artillery piece. The 2S9 Nona mobile mortar. This was one of the first vehicles that the separatists had. I guess it was maybe the 25th Brigade or something like that was originally went into Slavyansk, and some defected and a lot of the equipment was captured, and this was one of them. Funny enough, when the separatists captured one, the next day there was all of a sudden there was four of them, and Russia was trying to be sly with sending in equipment. But yeah, this is the Ukrainian one that didn't get captured with the some UA markings. Pretty cool. Here we have the classic BM-21 Grad. It's, not great grandfather. Its grandfather being the Katyusha launcher. Yeah, this one is just kind of a fling a bunch of rockets at the enemy kind of thing, not for accuracy. Here we have the 122mm 2A18 artillery gun. We have the 152mm M1955. Here we have the BM27 Oregon. And I don't know if this vehicle specifically has seen action in the Donbass conflict area. I haven't seen any videos of it being fired or used, but I guess it may have been. I just didn't see it. But here we go. The trucks. We have the Gaz 66s here. We have the radio. We have the anti-air one, the ZU-23. This is just maybe a transport of some kind. Maybe it holds supplies in the back, or a command vehicle, I guess. Here, this is the troop transport. We got the fuel one, and we have the Humvee. I think it's the one that the U.S. sent. They got the little trizub and the flag. Here we have the Kraz 6322. This one carries the soldiers. This one carries the ammo. And they have some different skins. I guess I can show you here. Go here. So we got here we go. Camo. Just the Ukrainian emblem. The Novorossiyan one. The National Guard. That's it for skins on the truck. Here we have the UAZ. We've got just the car, and then we have the mounted machine gun on it. And here we have the van, the UAZ van. I've seen quite a few of these. I mean, they're very common, I guess, in Ukraine. And this one has the army, blue Chern, which I guess is the Chernogorsk faction from Arma. Gorgaz? I don't know what that is, but there's that. Haki, medic, police, Takistan, and just yellow. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Here we have the Ural truck, and I guess they put metal plating on the side to protect the troops, or yeah, I guess the troops going into battle or whatever, if there's sniper fire and whatnot. Here we have the... Oh, crap. Here we have another Humvee vehicle. I forget what it's called, but yeah, it's basically a Humvee. Yeah, more Humvees. Both of these are troop transports. This one I think only holds 4, but this one might hold a few more than that. This one is the mounted machine gun variant with the little VDV symbol. I think that's the VDV symbol. Here we have the BMD 1P. So it's got the 73mm. There's the 2A228 Grom, the missile launcher on there. Is a coaxial machine gun, I think. Maybe not a coaxial machine. Yeah, no, coaxial machine gun, the PKT. So yeah, there's that. The BMD-1. So it has the same gun, same launcher, same machine gun. Here we have the BMP-1. Is this the? Let's see. So that's the BMD, BMP. So same gun, same launcher, and same coaxial machine gun. But obviously this carries it carries 3 crew to like crew the thing, but then it can transport 25 troops. And its top speed is, I guess, 65. I don't know if that's kilometers or if that's miles per hour or whatnot, but the BMP-1 again. This one is without the launcher. As you can see, there's no launcher there. And I love the skins for these because I like how it's worn down, but you can see how the soldiers painted on it. You know, they have just kind of random sayings on the side. And it's really cool to see that, because a lot of mods, they just kind of have the standard camo, and it either looks really clean or it looks kind of like way too old and rusted, but this is just kind of a nice mix of battle-worn, but still, yeah, there's that one. So here we have the, oh crap, what is this? BMP-2. So this one is, they both have the 30 millimeter machine gun, or not machine gun. The main gun's a 30 millimeter, so it's like it fires a burst of like 3-4 rounds. Is the coaxial PKT machine gun. And this one has the 2A42, I guess, pod launcher or whatever. This one comes without it. It can crew 3 men, and then it can carry 10 troops. Here we have another BMP-2. I don't really know what the difference is. Let's see. So this one actually it can hold 16. It can transport 16 troops. Still has the crew of 3 if the troops disembark. Here we have basically the same one, but this one has the shield on it, the graded armor. It doesn't have the pod launcher on the top of it. So yeah, there's that. And then we have the another one. Oh yeah, it's a different style of rocket. Like I think that's the Malyuka. I think is how it's pronounced. Yeah, there's that. Now we're moving on. These are the Kraz Spartans. So these are like just kind of heavier troop transporting cars. They're not. They're not like they're like heavier than the Humvees, but they're lighter than a like a BTR armored car. Basically, the Dishcam is what's mounted on this one. This one has the NSV mounted machine gun. Here we have the MT LBVM. And these are just kind of like transports. They can carry, they crew 12 men. I don't know why, but they do. And they can transport 26. So this can, same for this one, cruise 12 to 26, I guess. Here we have the BTR-4E, and this is, I think this is like a Ukrainian self-made like variant of the BTRs. And yeah, so it crews 3. It can transport 11, I think. Here we have the BTR-60PB. Is the KPVT main gun, and then the coaxial machine gun is the PKT. It's a pretty cool skin right there. I personally like these racing stripes. It's just a unique kind of style. Here we have the BTR-70, the OBR 1972. I don't know exactly what that means. Maybe that's I don't even know. But yeah, there's that. Here we have the BTR-80 from 1984, and that's what the BTR, or that's what the when you have BTR as a vehicle, but then the 70 or the 80, that was the year it was made. So or I guess maybe the plans are drawn up and then it was built. So that's what the 80 part. So like T-90 tanks. That year was made in 1990. So armored personnel carrier. It's another BTR-80. This one doesn't have the the protective armor on the side. That's kind of it for the differences between the two. Here we have the BTR-82A. It's a much heavier gun than the BTR-80. And I don't think this isn't actually in service to the Ukrainian army, but it had the naval flag, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna put it in anyway. But here we have another MTLB. It's got a very small machine gun, so its primary is to like just transport equipment and troops, which I mean, just like the other ones, you can tell they're not very heavy armored, not very heavy gunned. So here we have the R149BMRA. It's a command vehicle. Even then, like the main body of it is like a BTR-70 or BTR-80. It's just, the turret piece is kind of slightly elevated and the machine gun is removed. So like that's where the machine gun pod would be. But yeah, so it's a funny looking command vehicle, but that's what it is. And then we have the MTLB with the anti-aircraft gun on it. So yeah. Now we're moving on to the, we'll move to the machine guns and stuff. So this is the, which one was this? This was the KPV. Oh crap, where is it? NSV stand, Dishka Street, and the PKM stand. We've got the mortars here, the TUB-9 Vasilik. I got these two. These are the different kind of pod launchers. This is the Malyuka, this is the Metis. I think this is Metis as well, and then these two are the PTR Conkers. So yeah. So that's those. Moving on to the tanks. Here we have the T-72B. And it has the reactive armor, I think is what that's called. I guess like it's really good against protecting from RPGs. If you hit it, it like detonates a small explosion to counter the rocket or the rocket or grenade or whatever that's launched at it. So it's like really good protection. I got more of that really cool kind of just random scrawled writing. Here we have the T-72A. Machine gun wise, it has kind of the same, and cannon wise, whatnot, it's the same. It's the 125 millimeter. But this one doesn't have the reactive armor, so I guess it's a lot more exposed. It's not that it's necessarily bad or anything, it's just it's probably not going to last as long in a fight. Here we have the T-64BV. Same caliber machine gun, the PKT machine gun. The main gun is the caliber gun, yeah. So it's got the reactive armor. Here we have the T-64BM, the Bulat. I don't necessarily know what that means. I don't really know what the Bulat part, I don't know what's really specific about this, but it kind of has that almost reactive-ish armor on the top. But it has like this kind of metal shield plating, so it's just like strips of metal on the tank instead of the reactive armor. You can see it on the side. It's like, it just kind of hangs off right there. And now moving on, we have the T-64B. This one has no additional armor plating or reactive armor of any kind. It has that plating around the tracks, but that's kind of it for it. And here we have the T-64A. This is a very light armored one, like even the tracks are more exposed. And so I think this one would really go down in a fight rather quickly. And I think it's also just like an older model. Like they're all from like a similar year of 1964. But they're all just a lot lighter as they go down the line. And here we have the BMD-1s. It's a personal armored carrier. This is another one of the few tanks that were captured in the first attempt at taking Slavyansk. Here we got the BMD-2, and it has the auto cannon, I think is what that's called. The 30 millimeter. It fires like a burst round of like 3 bullets. It's lighter calibered than this one. Here we have the BRDM-2. It's just a small kind of support vehicle. It can't hold many troops. Actually, I think it only crews 3. Or maybe it crews a few more. Like it can transport, it has a crew of 3, but it can transport like 4 additional guys, I think. But again, it's not a very heavy armored or very kind of big vehicle. It's kind of just smaller support going down small streets and whatnot for infantry combat. Alright, here we go, moving on to the helicopters. There isn't much in terms of aviation units yet, so I think that's going to be added on more, but here we have the Mi-24. It can transport a bunch of troops. It's very heavy armored. I think the nickname is like the Hind, or I forgot what the nickname was, but one of the flaws with it was like if it went at a certain angle, it ended up hitting its own rudder thing, or not rudder, tail. I don't remember how, but I remember seeing a documentary on it, and it was like really great, but at the same time it had a few of its own flaws, so it was kind of limited in what it could do. But here we have the Mi-17, the armed one. It's just the rocket pods, and here's the Mi-17 heavy armed, and it isn't necessarily like a lot more heavy armed. It just has the nose machine gun here, unlike this one. So you know, these ones are more for transporting soldiers. Like this one has no rocket pods. It mainly carries just troops or supplies, unlike these guys, but they all hold the same amount of troops. Yeah. So that's it. Oh yeah, look at this, the little panda markings on the back. It's always funny to see. But yeah, that's it for the vehicles. I hope you guys enjoyed, and the next video will be that of the Russian Federation faction. I'm not going to do a vehicle showcase for them because obviously they don't have much in East Ukraine. I mean, aside from what I've already showed you. But yeah, I will show you their faction. So I hope you all enjoyed again, as I said, and I'll see you soon.